Yeah, this could be a very exciting fight. Debut fighter against debut fighter, both with plenty of support in the audience. Both weighed in similar weights. Really exciting. I love seeing these well-matched fights.
Yeah, I mean, a shout out to the promoter, Darren Sherlock. He's done a great job matching up these bouts tonight. Been some very close bouts and nice mixes and matches of styles as well.
Nice headshot there from Chris Webb. Oh, it was a little bit low that, but Daniel didn't show it.
Yeah.
Chris very aggressive, but Daniel matching that aggression. This is real toe-to-toe stuff.
Yeah, both of them look very similar in the striking styles.
Yeah, very wild. Might not be the most skillful, but certainly throwing leather.
Yeah, they're definitely both throwing with bad intentions here.
Yeah, I'd love to see this stay toe-to-toe for the whole fight.
And here we've got some great punches in the clinch. Neither are really looking to go to the floor there.
The first time you saw it anywhere near was Daniel Harwood, nearly shot for a single length.
Yeah. I'd like to see this stay stood up for a little while. It's quite exciting.
I think so. I think it's a well-matched fight. Let's see who's got the heart. If this fight carries on like this, it's going to come down to heart and conditioning.
Yeah, certainly. Two decent low kicks there from Chris Webb. And a jab. He likes that lead hook as well.
Oh, he got tagged a couple of times. That's really had an effect.
Yep.
You can see him blinking there.
Yep, that had him blinking. He got caught there on the chin.
I think at semi-pro level, Daniel Harwood should really put on the pressure here. Should try and get more of those headshots in.
Certainly. Now, these guys do have groundwork. Chris Webb was telling us he'd done the ground control tournament. Oh, some more shots going in there.
Beautiful headshots.
But then Chris Webb comes straight back with two good ones of his own.
This is really to and fro stuff.
No one really getting on top of the other. Chris Webb chopping away with that inside leg kick. I like that.
I wouldn't be envious of the judges to judge this one. Very close, both guys throwing leather, landing leather.
Certainly, so far, just for effect, I think that one combination that caught Chris maybe had edged it slightly towards Daniel, but they're both in there.
Certainly, I think he took a combination which definitely showed some impact. He blinked quite a bit, looked a little bit stale.
Oh, but
he lands a beautiful left hook there.
Yep, and the legs dipped a little bit there from Daniel Harwood.
You'll also see Daniel Harwood, he's got his mouth open. That can make you very susceptible to the KO.
Yeah, but I think that's showing how tired he is, and he's not liking those inside leg kicks. He's been caught with a fair few, and he's now jumping out of the way. They can be really off-putting, and it could mean that Chris can now settle his hands and fire some good shots in.
I'd like to see Chris use it as part of a combination, chopping that left hook.
Yep.
Yep, exactly, chopping that left hook and use it to throw some hands.
Certainly. I don't like the way, as he chops it in, he does drop his left hand down, because he could get caught with the right counter. I'd like him to keep his hands up, throw in that left low kick, and then fire him with the left right.
Certainly. Both fighters starting to look a little bit tired now. All they've done is thrown leather at each other. This could be a real crowd pleaser, though. I know the crowd loves to see two warriors standing toe-to-toe.
Certainly, and these two are showing that. Both of them been caught with some decent shots and coming back. Chris there switches the low lead kick to a mid-range lead kick.
Some more quality shot, but he turned his back.
Again, backwards and forwards action there.
Just when you think one of the fighters is in ascendancy, the other one suddenly makes his comeback.
Yeah, that's it. It's brilliant. Backwards and forwards action here. And neither of them can take a backward step.
Now, what I would say, I think Daniel Harwood is pressing the fight a little bit more. He throws more of the aggressive initial shots and the combinations. Chris tends to be more of the counter shoot.
Yeah, but he is landing it, and Daniel's showing bleeding now from his nose.
Yeah, he's looking quite tired. Both fighters with their mouth open.
And he is consistently, Chris, landing with that lead leg kick, which is doing damage.
Certainly some great work from both fighters.
Now, Chris is leading with either...
Oh, beautiful right hand from Daniel there, landing flush on Chris Webb's chin.
But again, Chris shakes it off and comes back.
Chris is a tough fighter, you've got to give him that.
Yep.
He's taken a bit more leather than Daniel has.
He certainly is, and he's throwing either a lead jab or the lead hook. I'd like to see him throw a jab hook. You know, mix them up, try and...
Certainly, perhaps feint with that left and lead with that right hand.
Certainly.
You'll also notice Daniel Harwood, quite a high guard with his elbows. His right elbow floats out. Does that make him susceptible to that lead left kick?
We saw Daniel Harwood there with some dirty boxing, gets in the clinch, throws some punches from in the clinch. Again, showing the different techniques involved in mixed martial arts compared with a stand-up fight.
Yep, certainly.
Oh,
Daniel Harwood going for clinch and then releases that, takes the right hook.
maybe Daniel Harwood's thinking about going to the ground at some point.
Oh,
but
some
no!
beautiful shots. Daniel Harwood's beginning to grow in confidence, you can see it.
Certainly, but all that's making Chris Webb do is come back stronger, and he's dropped him.
That's a beautiful
He's
shot.
Oh,
Excellent. Now, score that one for me, Mr. Butlin.
oh, right. I'll break it down for you before I score it for you. I think Chris Webb was doing a really good job. I was loving the chopping in with that low kick because he consistently kept throwing that low kick. He was landing some straight shots, but he was basically countering. But Daniel Harwood was aggressive, coming forward with some strong aggressive shots. Daniel Harwood sort of drew first blood, if you like, dropping or buckling the legs of Chris Webb. Chris Webb came back and then did that to Daniel Harwood. Then at the end you saw Chris Webb hit and actually physically drop Daniel Harwood.
Yeah, proper knockdown.
Well, proper knockdown, which could edge around to him. Looking at damage, Chris Webb looks to have some bad damage around his left eye. Daniel Harwood looks to have bleeding from the nose. So you asked me to score the fight. I'll let the guys at home score the fight. That was a very, very close round.
Nice. I hope that fence isn't too uncomfortable for you. And here we go. Over to Lee Hasdell to start the next round of this fight. I hope they can keep this standing and let's see some more leather thrown. And here we go. Touch gloves, sign of respect. Both fighters look a little bit fresher than they did at the end of the last round.
So I'm really looking forward to seeing
Oh, beautiful right kick.
Yeah. Leading with that lead left kick all the time, come out with the right one. Brilliant.
Both fighters got unique guards. Chris flicking his guard. And you see Daniel Harwood, very high elbow on his right arm.
Again there, Chris comes out using the right low kick. He didn't throw it really very much in the first round, but comes out with it 3 times. He's now throwing the right low kick.
And they're working.
And they're working.
I'd love to see Chris throw perhaps a left body kick or a left hook to the body because Daniel Harwood's right elbow's right high up.
Yeah.
He's got no cover on his body down the right hand
side. And I think that's why he switched the lead left kick.
Beautiful knee as well.
Chris Webb's come out a little bit better, I think, in this round.
He looks a little bit fresher. He's putting the combinations together, mixing up his techniques.
And a little bit cleverer with his techniques. That right low kick instead of the left one is really doing some good work.
He's also trying to keep the distance a little bit better, which I think is working for him.
Yep, I would suspect that his corner have given him some good instructions between rounds there because he's come out here and he's technically improved.
And do you know what I say? If something's working, keep doing it. You know, so that right kick, it's working. Keep doing it.
Definitely. He's definitely still sticking on the counter punching, but Daniel's not really landing anything of major quality this round.
Exactly, and he's really chopping into that leg. You know, just keep your distance, keep chopping it in. You'll see Daniel Harwood slowly start to lose confidence.
Well,
but he missed and gave his back on that.
Yep, that turning round with a kick when you miss can cause trouble in MMA.
Yet Daniel Harwood going for the takedown there. Chris dropped to his knees and is now being pushed onto his back.
Daniel Harwood going for the takedown there shows you that Chris had come out and got on top on that round because in the first round neither of them really wanted to go to the ground.
Certainly side position with Daniel Harwood on top. He's on the wrong side really, so there isn't a lot he can do with the fence behind him. Chris Webb getting his knee in position, looking to regard.
Has he got the regard there in there?
I think he's managed to get back to half guard, which is a reasonable position. Half guard, but there's a guillotine submission on it. It's on really tight. But Chris has managed to escape it by the looks of it. And he's back onto top position.
Chris has got the top position now.
I'd like to see Chris throw some shots and then stand up, get back out of this guard position, go back to the strike.
I think he was dominating the strike and I think that would be a good technique for him. The guard's open, he could fire some shots in and detach.
Yeah, throw the body shots, then stand up, detach, and look to go back to that lead leg kick.
Yep. His corner shouting, Chris, stand up. And telling him exactly what to do.
Yeah, he's not listening to his corner. No. And it's a sign of a good fighter to be able to listen to your corner, hear those instructions in the middle of battle. Yep. He's getting caught. He's managed to pass the side control after Daniel went for the armbar.
Good work. Tony Delaney, the coach of Chris, knew exactly what to tell him to do there. Stand back up. Yeah, that's where you win in the fight. Get up.
Back up. Let's see him use that leg kick again. Yeah, inside leg kick works.
Daniel looking to clinch very quickly here, but
nice knee from Chris
has got
Webb.
the tie clinch on.
Yeah, he needs to defend this.
Yep.
Push that head down, get control of that head, push that head down to the ground.
That's it. In this position, someone comes down with the head. If the head's down, push it down, work your way out. He can get his hands now out, push the head, get yourself away, get yourself back to your striking where you're winning.
Exactly, disengage, get back to range. So he needs to stand up again. He's trying to struggle to win the fight from this position purely because you can't go for the head strikes. He could try and go for the guillotine or Peruvian necktie, something of that nature, but it's tough to get. Both fighters looking tired here. As I said at the start of the fight, this is going to come down to heart and conditioning. Who's got the heart? Who wants to win?
Yeah, Chris looking a bit more positive, I think, at the moment. Oh, but then he's got caught. Just as you say that, he gets caught himself, then comes back to the right of his own. This is so backwards and forwards, it's going to be tough to score.
Oh, a couple of big shots there. I'm going to say I think Chris Webb's shots are a little bit snappier. Daniel Harwood's a little bit pushy.
Just jumping in with his shots. I think Chris is the one who looks a little bit technically better, picking the technical shots, whereas Daniel's sort of lunging in sort of with aggression.
Chris started to look a bit tired now, though.
I think both fighters looking very tired. Daniel Harwood took a step back there and a deep breath.
Yeah, he's throwing the shots. He's definitely tired.
Chris needs to make the most of this.
Body kick as well.
This is where the fight can be won this last minute or so. Chris puts on the tie clinch again. 10 seconds left. Daniel Harwood needs to do something to win this fight, I think.
I think the fighter who can really find it to push that extra few seconds at the end of this fight will win. What a superbly close fight. Backwards and forwards, to and fro, ebb and flow.
Excellent.
I do not envy Mark Wood, Paul Nicholls and Chris Watson making a decision in this round.
No, but looking at the body language of the two fighters now, you can see Chris Webb looks the more positive. Daniel Harwood is shattered, and I would slightly edge Chris Webb. I think Chris Webb's got that.
Excellent. Well, the scorecards now being collated.
That's Chris the Spartan Webb, I believe.
Yeah, he did want you to mention his new fight name. I think he's proved himself as a Spartan as well. He did not know how to die in that fight.
I think he's earned that fight name, this fight.
All three judges have seen it in favour, and the winner on points. The winner in the red corner, Chris Webb.
And Chris Webb won that fight. I think he won that in the second round. He really stepped up his game in the second round.
It was so obvious. He listens to his corner between rounds, and he came out and he did exactly what he'd been told.
So if you've enjoyed this bout and you want to see more, check out p4tv.com. So the P4TV Sports Network, who are filming this event tonight, you'll get to hear more from the lovely tones of Ian Beverly Hills, Butlin and myself.
Mention to thank you to all the sponsors this evening. Also to Fight Ikon who are taking photographs. You can check these guys out. Over here on the side behind me, we've got the Kenny Steel MMA shop on that side. And anyone who's not had one of the programs this evening, there's still a few for sale on the reception. And don't forget there is an after party at the Lake Club, which is formerly Virtue Acts in Bolton, if you'd like to make your way down there after the event.